Hey everyone, it's Mr. Hollywood, and today I will be giving you guys my thoughts on what franchising comic book movies was better this year. Was it DC or Marvel? You are about to find out, and this is part one of my end of the year list. Now, before I start talking about it, I just want to say you guys might be wondering, why am I in a different room? Well, that's very simple. I'm currently in Rome, and for my next few videos, I'll be in Italy, so that's why you're going to notice different seats. But now, let's get started, and feel free to share what you thought won this year down below in the comments. Now, let's start off of what came out this year for DC and Marvel. For DC, you had The Batman, Black Adam, and DC League of Super Pets. And for Marvel, you had Thor Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange in a Multiverse of Madness, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and Morbius. Now, on one hand, you have the best comic book movie of the year for DC for The Batman. In Marvel, you have the worst comic book movie of the year for Morbius, so it doesn't look good for Marvel. Now, what were my thoughts on the other DC movies and the other Marvel? Now, for Morbius, like I said, it's the worst of all the comic book movies this year. DC League of Super Pets was a little better, but it was definitely the second worst. And for the other four that weren't the Batman, it was extremely close. They were kind of all neck and neck. However, between all of them, Doctor Strange in a Multiverse of Madness was the best, followed by Black Adam, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and Thor Love and Thunder. Now, you guys might be wondering, does this mean DC wins? Okay, so before I tell you guys what won, I'm just going to tell you DC's history and if next few years might affect my winner. Now, last year, DC almost stole the crown from Marvel. However, with Spider-Man No Way Home coming out, Marvel still got the crown. 2 years ago, same thing. There wasn't much competition, but Marvel still won. 2019, they had a pretty good fight with Shazam and Joker, but Marvel still won. 2018, they had a pretty good fight with Aquaman, but, Avengers Infinity War and Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse kind of stole the crown. 2017, DC had a terrible year with the original Justice League, and Wonder Woman was good but not great, where on Marvel you had Logan, which is one of the best superhero movies of all time. 2016, you had Suicide Squad, which sucked, and Batman vs. Superman, the theatrical cut, which was even worse. And with Marvel, you had Civil War, so Marvel got a pretty easy win. 2015, DC didn't really have any movies, so by default, Marvel won. 2014, Marvel won pretty easily. 2013, Marvel. Okay, basically the last time DC legitimately beat Marvel was the year I was born, 2008, where Dark Knight was better than Iron Man. However, and this took a lot of thinking, but I have decided of what won. Now, next year for DC and Marvel, I feel like Marvel's going to pretty easily win due to what's been happening with DC, and I might even make a video about that. However, the winner between DC and Marvel this year is DC. So, for the first time in 14 years, DC has the crown. So, DC next year will have the defending crown. So, I am excited for that, and for DC and Marvel, even though I'm a little nervous for DC because, of decisions, which I might talk about in a different video. On DC, you have Shazam! Fury of Gods, which I love the first one, so I think this will be great. You have Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom and The Flash. And then for Marvel, you have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. But of all of them, I'm most excited for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Least excited for Flash because, stuff behind the scenes. So, I think Marvel's going to get the crown back next year. However, it is nice to know that DC did win because even though I'm still a Marvel person, it felt kind of good that, DC shown that they could be good. Though I'm not going to lie, I've lost a little hope because of current events. But, still, I'm very proud of DC this year. And, I just hope DC can get back together and be what they were 30 years ago, where they weren't scrapping movies every few months. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will be doing more of my end of the year rankings over these past few days. So, I hope you guys will stay tuned for this. But thanks for watching, and peace out.